Senator Ciccone.
Thank you, Madam Acting Deputy President. September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, an important opportunity for all of us here in this place and in the other place to learn about the facts about the most dangerous disease for children. Childhood cancer kills more kids in Australia than any other disease. Children don't get the same types of cancer like us adults. There is no known cause, no prevention. So scientific research truly does matter in this space. September is a time to honour children and the many families affected by this disease. By working together in this place, we can raise awareness, along with the vital funds to find better treatment and hopefully a cure. And I know both sides of this place for many years have worked in a bipartisan manner, and can I say in the last election it was also very good to see that both the Minister and the Shadow Minister working in the preventative health space. A first for a very long time, I think, and hopefully one that will continue for many years ahead. The Kids Cancer Project is committed to directing funding towards the best and brightest childhood cancer researchers in Australia. The project highlights the lack of awareness of childhood cancer. It has stated that nearly 3/4 of the Australian population have no idea that more kids die from cancer than any other disease. And the numbers are stark. 1,000 children and adolescents will be diagnosed with cancer this year alone. 5,600 will undergo treatment. The treatments children undergo are painful, and the experience of families as they watch and hope and fight is stressful. Watching an extended family, and can I say also an extended family of mine, care for their own daughter over in the United Kingdom, as she has been treated for leukaemia for over a number of years now, has brought home the reality of this experience. The constant worry, the pressure, the small wins, the setbacks, the need to take things just a day at a time. Recently, I was fortunate enough to attend the Children Cancer Foundation charity lunch in Melbourne, where I was moved by the story by many who were there that day. In particular, the story of Melbourne mother Kate Johnson, who shared about her son's experience being diagnosed and undergoing treatment for cancer. At the age of 3, Kate's son David was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia. He started treatment immediately. For 3.5 years, David went through dozens of general anaesthetics, 2 neurosurgeries, many lumbar punctures, MRIs and CT scans. And on top of all that, almost 1,000 doses of chemotherapy. There were complications, emergency surgery, a stroke and induced coma. Thankfully, David did come through his experience of childhood cancer. He's 10 years old now, but at the time, it was a frightening experience for Kate, her husband, young David, and their family. At the lunch, she told the attendees that each minute was critical and we had no idea whether he'd survive. There are literally no words to describe how terrifying this time was. Later, highlighting the importance of better awareness and funding for research, Kate said, It is so important when going through a cancer diagnosis to know that your child is receiving world-class treatment. We know firsthand the importance of finding more targeted treatments with fewer side effects and how desperately underfunded this is. Mr. President, Kate is correct. The shocking statistic I mentioned earlier will only improve with science. More research for better treatments, less painful treatments, more effective treatments. This research is necessary, but it is also expensive. And the first step towards funding it is better community awareness. That's why in this month of September, I and many others are wearing gold. Global Childhood Cancer Awareness Month was declared in 2010 by former US President Barack Obama. The colour gold was chosen for the cause as it represents a precious metal to represent the precious lives affected by childhood cancer. All around the world, important buildings and landmarks are being lit up in the colour gold to help raise awareness of childhood cancer. Supporters are sharing their stories and advocacy on social media, adding gold ribbons to their profile pictures and turning their news feeds gold. And importantly, supporters and friends are holding events and donating to help raise funds for research. Today, I call on my colleagues here and in the other place, as well as members of the community and those who are listening on the broadcast today, to help donate a few dollars to help researchers develop better treatments and hopefully one day find a cure for childhood cancer. And I strongly encourage members in this place and those who are listening to go visit the website at www.thekidscancerproject.org.au. As I said earlier, in 2010, US President Obama proclaimed Childhood Cancer Awareness Month in order to raise awareness that kids with cancer need help from the community. Gold is the official colour for what is now a global event. Wearing the gold ribbon is symbolic of solidarity and unity with children and families affected by the disease. Many different childhood cancer charities collaborate and join forces to focus attention on the plight of the 950 children diagnosed every year in Australia. All Australians are invited to support the cause, either by wearing a gold ribbon or making a donation to a charity committed to making the lives of kids with cancer better.
We move to questions without notice.